Peace, family. Peace, family. Come on in and have a seat, man. Peace, peace, peace. I made it. I'm a little late, but hey, I made it. 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 Please like it up and share it as you come in, man. Also, drop them nines to let me know that you hear me and to let me know that my audio is all right. Okay? Please like it up and share it. Shandella McKenzie, welcome to the live reflection. Welcome to the live reflection. I don't know what's going on. Shandella McKenzie, welcome to the live reflection. Okay? Shauna Thomas, peace reflection. Peace reflection. Anaya Shane, welcome to the live. Jazzy J, welcome to the live. Dayton Tate, welcome to the live. Tiana Jerry, welcome to the live. Crixus T, Moya, welcome to the live. All Smiles, welcome to the live. Tiana, thanks for the nines. Crixus. So you finally caught me, Crixus, huh? I know how that go, man. You know what it is? They've been shadow banning me, man. They've been shadow banning me. Thanks, Tiara Jerry, for sharing. I'm asking that everybody that comes, Tiana Jerry, I'm asking that everybody comes to the live, man. Can you please share? Okay? Y'all know what's going on. They shadow banning us. Not only me, but everybody that's bringing truth to light right now is being shadow banned. Okay? They're being shadow banned, okay? As a matter of fact, one of the videos that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today by Yaki Awakening, he was actually saying that he was being shadow banned. Not only is he being shadow banned, y'all, but guess what? He is also being attacked. He's under attack as well. Okay? So I want y'all to know that this is going on, man, on a mass scale, bro. Anyone that's actually out here speaking truth, man, they attacking us, y'all. Anybody that's speaking truth is being attacked, man. They don't want this information out here, y'all. And look, it just goes to show that the things that's being said is very, very, very real. Because you wouldn't go out your way to try to shadow ban or attack someone that you didn't, that was out here just spreading a bunch of dumb stuff. It don't make sense. You do that to someone that's actually jeopardizing everything that you're trying to establish. That's who you do that to. Okay? Trying to get these comments looking right, y'all. Give me a second. Okay? So I want y'all to know it's no coincidence, bro, that everybody is being shadow banned and everybody is being attacked, especially the ones that's speaking on subjects like this, man. It's real out here. This is real, y'all. So I want y'all to, man, y'all, I need y'all to support us, man. Support us, man. If you rocking with us, you most definitely going to support us, man. Because whether you believe it or not, man, we truly putting our necks on the line to put this type of information out to y'all, to tell y'all the things that's going on. I want you to understand it right now, at this very moment. Not only are they attacking the food, but when you see something like this takes place, and to be honest with y'all, I've been so distracted myself with working and things like that, I have not even had the opportunity to even look too far into this story. If it wasn't for the family, and when I say the family, I mean you guys who actually take the time out to send me the videos, then I wouldn't even have known that this type of stuff was taking place because I've been distracted with trying to get the money that I need to be able to move, and get into a comfortable environment myself. So I want to say kudos to everyone who actually has been sending me these videos and keeping me up to date with what's going on. Okay? But yeah, they trying their hardest to shadow ban everybody. Okay? So I'm asking that, man, if you here, please share it, man. Please share it. It was a job to be done. Somebody had to do the job. Anybody could have did the job. Nobody did the job. So everybody suffered the consequences, man. Let's do it, man. I'm going to come through, man, and I'm going to do what I got to do. And I'm going to ask that you guys push the information, man, because they trying their hardest to shadow ban me. There's no way I shouldn't be getting more views than what I'm getting in terms of, pushing this information out when I have over 100,000 followers, okay? It doesn't make sense, okay? So the only reason I can see myself not getting the views is because Facebook is trying their hardest not to push me because of the type of stuff that I put out, okay? Jen Hartman say, order out of chaos. Let me start this off with the right spiritual energy. I want to say peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. I want y'all to know what I see when I see what's going on with the situation with these train derailments. I see a group of people trying their hardest to ultimately get population under control. That's what I see. I see them striving to continue their agenda. Okay, you have to understand that once from everything that I looked at, okay, when we talk about this subject, it reminds me of everything that took place when we talk about the recent pandemic that took place. Okay, and I already know when it comes to this video, we're gonna have the fact checkers. They're gonna come through and they're gonna want to come through and try to fact check this video. They're gonna try to say the information that's being put out in these videos is misinformation. Okay, I already know that. I'm used to it by now. But the fact of the matter is that everything that I've seen when I look into this situation reminds me of what was taking place when we went through the pandemic, okay? And when I say that, I'm talking about the chemicals, okay? The chemicals that spilled out of these trains or whatever it is that you want to call them that they carry on the back of it, okay? All they Agenda 2030, Nene Babylon say, that's facts. You feel me? That's big facts right there. Okay? And so, yeah, when I see these type of things, man, this is what I see, y'all. This is what I see. I see them struggling and fighting to get the population under control. Because one thing you have to understand about these people, y'all, they ain't going to stop. They'll never stop. Even if they fail, y'all. You know how many times that they failed? They failed on several occasions. All right? But that doesn't mean that they're going to stop. They're going to go right back to the drawing board and try to cook up something else to serve to us. Okay? That's facts. They're going to try to cook up something else to serve to us. And right now, what I say is, how it reminds me of it, is the chemicals, okay? I told y'all, they was putting the chemicals in the food. Now they put the chemicals in the water and the juices, which they still have not done these things. But since they start to recognize that we are not the dummies that they thought we were because we wasn't too quick to go get up and get the BAP right, now they're trying to look for other ways to get to have you consume what's necessary in order to get you into these hospitals, okay? Understand what I'm telling you. They're trying to, I told you, man, when we talk about certain situations, bro, in order to make you sick, you have to consume whatever it is that's intended to make you sick. And how do you consume things, okay? One, you're going to either consume it through the air in which you breathe, okay? And we know when you breathe something in that would be considered to be airborne, you have to be in a certain vicinity of it, okay? So when you talk about these derailments that's taking place, okay, you have to understand that whatever was released from whatever chemicals was released due to the explosions and the smoke that was released from the explosion, it's causing major damage. You're talking about people who are having headaches. The same symptoms that they told you were going to have in the process of this whole fake demic, right, that they put out there, is the same symptoms that everyone is saying that they're having from these explosions. Headaches, red eyes, heart palpitation, bone aches, so on and so forth. This is a direct replication of what they were trying to do. Let he who has eyes see clearly. Okay? Let he who has eyes see clearly. Let me wet my throat a little bit, y'all. You feel me? Y'all like this up and share it, man. Please like it up and share it. Because we're going to most definitely get this. We're gonna get this out today. Drop them nines if you rocking with me, God. Drop them nines if you rocking with me today. Okay? So basically what I wanted to show you was, I wanted to show you two videos. I wanted to show you what the guy, Yaki Awakening, had to say about this situation, because we know, being into what he's into, he's familiar with the terminologies that is being used when it comes to these chemicals that were released into the air. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. And also I wanted to share another goddess perspective in what she's seeing. And I agree with a lot of things that she said that she see taking place with this situation, all right? So without further ado, man, let's get these shares up, man. Get them likes up, man, so that the algorithm will at least attempt to try to push this. And we're going to go ahead and jump into this video, man. Let's go.
Okay, so I don't even know how to say some of this without getting in trouble. I just really needed to map out some of what America's going through right now, and I think I found some things, guys. Take a look. You can see all the orange. Okay, those are where all the trains, trucks, and factories have leaked toxic chemicals into our air and into our water. And as you can see, it's kind of like they're bordering the entire country, almost like it's closing us in from the outskirts. Plus, there's supposedly a deadly storm that's coming across the country and has already arrived or something like that. And it's supposed to affect like 125 million people. It's going to have acidic rain falling all over the eastern region of the country because the river that runs through Ohio runs from top to bottom throughout the entire country as well. People are already...
So with that being said, we know that it was chemical spill into these rivers, okay? And seeing as how these rivers are what supply a lot of these towns with the water that they drink, it's a great possibility that a lot of people is going to end up drinking this tap water and ultimately ending up affected by what was spilled into this river, okay? Because we know that when we talk about the lower poverty neighborhoods, they don't have the filtration systems that's going to clean the water up when it comes through these pipes, okay? So unless you taking extra procedures to make sure that, you know, I don't even think that it is a filtration system that could probably cover the type of chemicals that was released into these rivers, okay? So we're going to see a lot of organ failures when it comes, and that's the same thing IKEA Awakening just said, okay? But I want you to understand, bro, that this is nothing more than the government ultimately waging war on you through poison. And that's a fact. Right now, you have to understand that I don't believe in coincidences, okay? I'm not a believer in coincidences. Now, we could have pushed it off if one of these derailments happened. But when you talk about multiple train derailments happening, then you have to start to look at things outside of being a coincidence. We have to start to say that this was a strategic movement, okay? This was a strategic movement. Okay, if one would have tilted over, but what is the chances of a train actually tilting over? How fast did that train have to actually be going for it to tilt over? We have to ask these questions. I feel like that these type of questions are necessary when we're doing the investigation that's necessary to get to the bottom of these type of things. Okay, but I don't believe in coincidences, y'all. Ain't no coincidence. We know what's going on here.
Experiencing in some places rain that is so acidic it's eating their flesh. West side, we've seen these apocalyptic storms pushing Californians out too. So we've got catastrophe on one side, poison on the other. Oklahoma is also being...
So one thing I want y'all to understand about these storms, okay? Understand when we see these type of storms, we know that the clouds are man-made. We know that they create rain, they create snow, they create hail, they even create the fall through what is known as seed clouding. If you don't believe me, just do the research yourself, okay? I'm not here to force my will upon you. I'm just here to give you the information that's necessary for you to start to do the research yourself. So if you don't believe me, then do the research yourself. It's a lot of information out here on this. When you see these clouds these storms taking place, it was a man-made storm, okay? So if it's a heavy storm, understand that the storm is being created intentionally. Okay? It's not something that's just happening out of a coincidence. Okay? If you don't believe me, do the research yourself. I told y'all a long time ago, when we see these chemtrail planes flying through the sky, what you need to understand is that they're creating the clouds. You need to study it because you have to understand that science is nothing more than a study of something. So as you sit back and you observe something, then you're going to start to realize what's going on. And I guarantee you it's going to blow your mind. You're going to start to realize that the clouds are actually being formed by these airplanes that spraying the chemtrails. And then what they do is they use these cannons to shoot flares up into the sky and release silver iodide in it, okay? I've told you guys this on several occasions. It's real. So when she talk about these storms that's being created, understand that it's an attack. It is an attack that is happening. And they're doing it all at one time to keep us distracted off of what is really, really going on around us. Open your eyes and pay attention.
evacuated due to toxicity, and Michigan and Florida just got hit today. And I had this really sad concept come to mind, which is these poor guys are having to evacuate their homes for their health and safety. And it brought on this familiar, dreadful memory of when we had to vaccinate our bodies for the same reason. Like, interesting. Guys, they're waging war on us while so many are still asleep. We're worried about Russia and China when we're already in a one-sided war on our own soil. And looking at this map, this is not just unfortunate coincidence.
I keep telling y'all what they want to do as they push this Agenda 2030 in. They're trying to suspend the Constitution. They don't want you to have any rights. Okay? And in order for them to do that without you knowing it, they're going to have to throw everything that they have at you. Okay? And we've seen these type of things take place in the past, so it's really nothing new, okay? It's really nothing new. In order for them to push in what they want, in order for them to even create a one world government, they have to snatch the Constitution away from the American people, okay? Because the Constitution protects us, okay? So if they doing things like this, and then the president comes along and he wants to say, well, we're gonna consider this a form of crisis, right? And then that allows them, the FEMA, to come in as soon as he says that they don't even need the president permission. That allows FEMA to come in and then suspend the Constitution. And they don't even have to, unless the president comes back in and say, okay, we're going to say that this crisis is over with, just like a situation that took place with the demic, okay? Unless he comes back in and say that the crisis no longer holds any weight, then FEMA has the authority to do whatever they want because there's no Constitution. Okay? So let he who has eyes see clearly. Y'all better pay attention, bro.
With multiple trains malfunctioning all at the same time. This is an attack, a controlled attack, in their own words. And you can see, it's almost like they're trapping us in and moving us like cattle towards the center. And since Bill Gates has been buying a lot of the land towards the center, I can bet you those areas will be just fine. Like, aside from all that, we have all these new sightings of, like, ET activity, which is, you'll see them on the map in purple. And our very own president is confirming this. It's not an argument anymore. However, is anyone catching that they're shooting these things down over large bodies of water, and they're saying that they can't get to the remnants of these aircrafts that they supposedly shot down?
The remnants are in very difficult terrain, low temperature.
And one thing we need to be aware of when we talk about all of these sightings of UFOs that's taking place, we need to understand that these UFOs have been here, y'all. They've been here. Now, they're using this as a tactic to keep us more focused on the UFOs than what's actually going on in front of us right now. And, you know, because we're so focused on the UFOs, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't be, but because we are, they're having, you know, they're doing these type of things, and they're causing us to be sick. Right now, it's so many people, y'all, that is sick right now due to the food that is in your very grocery store, due to the water that you drink. It's unthinkable, okay? But you don't see it because they don't post these type of things on the news because they understand that in order to get their agenda across, they have to move in silence. You know, you have to understand who we're dealing with, y'all. They want to say that certain people in this realm is gangsters, but these are the gangsters, okay? These are the real gangsters. The government, man, look, they're nothing more than gangsters. Understand that, okay? And so what they're doing is now they want to publicize all these UFOs, right, and bring it to the light. They want to bring to the light what has already been taking place in order to keep you distracted while they silently attack you on the back burner. While they have trains derail and have chemicals spilled over into your water. Okay? While they attack your food in your grocery stores. Okay? This is why they're trying to keep you so distracted so that they can get the population down for the numbers that they wanted to be down to. Because understand, we heard Bill Gates get up here and say it, okay? We heard him say it. And if I have to go dig the video up to show it to you, then I will show you again when Bill Gates said out his own mouth that through the BAP, okay, through the BAP and through the medical centers and the food, so on and so forth, if they do a good job, then they can get population down to about another 15%, okay? And they have every bit of a plan to try to get rid of over 3 million people, okay? 3 million people. For what reason? We know that the planet is not, look, understand that we know that the planet is not overpopulated. We know this. And how we know this is because there is plenty of land that is not being occupied. Anytime you have people like Joe Epstein, whatever his name is, that can buy a whole island, then we know that it's not being occupied. Its land is not being occupied. We have superstars that are buying islands, but yet and still they want you to believe that it's overpopulated. Stay woke out here, y'all.
Lots of inclement weather, and they're looking, but they haven't been able to.
Maybe it's intentional, maybe it's even true. But if this were a big deception, which is what I believe, there's so many reasons for them to need to make this happen right now and why it's coming all at once. You're probably going to see this word coming up soon. I'm not used to writing backwards, but I can't say this word. I can't tag it or add it. They're going to use this word to usher in their grand cattle control scheme, which is like just what I'm calling it. This more than likely is what will help point us towards like digital currency, microchips, more depopulation control tactics, FEMA camps, shelters, and then some. So watch for that word. It's a tactic. Secondly, they need to cover up the vaccine's effects because they're in the process of making more for us. The urgency to cover up this genocide is of maximum.
Facts. You have to understand right now what is going on, bro. They're getting rid of the money right in our faces, and we don't even see it. We don't even see it. And I told you that this has been going on for some time now. We didn't even recognize. See, we are so fascinated when it comes to technology that we believe that every technology is meant to be here to basically help us grow as a collective whole, when in all actuality, the technology that they're using is all about the quiet war that has been waged on us since way back in the 1980s, okay? Since the very first computer was created in order to keep data on society, in order to understand you more better, in order to be able to figure out when and why you're going to be able to go buy that new iPhone that comes out. Okay, you think it's a coincidence that they're able to put out the same phone and people run to go buy it? No, it's because they're using the same technology that they have in your home, the laptops, the phones, the computers, the television, so on and so forth, to socially engineer society. And this is how they're able to stay 2 to 3 steps ahead, okay? Through socially engineering us with the same technology that we assume that is nothing more than entertainment for us. Okay? Why do you think that when you say something around your phone and then you stroll up Facebook or you just go up on your Google website or something, the same thing that you was talking about pop up? Try it. Try it. Just talk about something and then look up Facebook. I bet you they show it to you. Talk about some sneakers or something. They're going to have it right there because you have to understand that you're feeding the phones. You're giving the phone the information that they need when you talk. That's why they smartphones, because they smart enough to take in the information that they hear around you.
Important because it's been about 2 years since the vaccine's been out, and Bill Gates himself said, "Oh, what are you going to do? Wait till you see the effects of it? Well, that's going to take like 2 years." And now we are seeing that so many people are dying. There's more boosters and more vaccines still coming out. And now because we're seeing this unbelievable amount of death, they know we're going to be hesitant to take them, much less if we even will at all. And like the main video topics in my safe folder that keep getting removed are from doctors that are taking stands against the vaccine. These videos are just being yanked from TikTok, YouTube, etc. And now we've got children dying of heart attacks and healthy athletes and pilots. And
that's another thing, bro. Not only are the children's, I keep telling y'all, bro, and nobody is paying attention. It makes my blood boil, okay, how distracted we allow these people to have us, okay? It makes my blood boil. Bro, no one is paying attention to the fact that since the year 2020, there has been more deaths due to asthma attacks and heart attacks than there has in the last 20 to 30 years. My grandparents didn't watch people transition at a high rate due to heart attacks and asthma attacks, but yet and still right now, we're watching more people transition to these things than we have ever seen in history. But yet and still, no one is opening their eyes to the fact, okay? No, we having adults just fall out in the middle of playing basketball, athletes, okay? They're passing due to sudden death syndrome, okay? Things that we would normally see in children, we're watching adults transition due to these things. And that doesn't send any alarm to people. You believe the media when they come along and say, oh, well, his heart just stopped. it was a natural cause. And you ain't saying to yourself, well, how is it possible that this man was very healthy, but yet and still he passed, his heart just stopped, and you telling me that it was a natural cause and you don't know the reason to it, but you telling me that you're very smart? You want us to believe that you're an intelligent being, but yet and still you can't get down to the nitty gritty of why people are just falling out nowhere. You can't find that out? Excuse me. You can't find that out. Y'all like it up and share it, man. Stop falling. Look, do not fall victim, bro. We ain't falling victim to dumb stuff no more, y'all. They count on us to do that, bro. They count on us to fall victim, to just believe anything that they say.
Doctors dropping. The tactic here is to silence the outrage through the overwhelm of disasters by creating multiple crises for us. And there's that word. They're now realizing they can't control us anymore. And that's a problem. Like, that's what that chessboard symbolism means. So, like, whenever you see that, it's duality. They've been overlooking...
We know, see, if you don't... I told y'all, signs and symbols are for the conscious man. So if you don't know what is signs and symbols, then you won't understand the message that's being communicated through the signs and symbols when you see them. We talked about this when the Shanika Jenkins, not the Shanika Jenkins, but what's her name? Shanquilla Robinson case came up. For those of you who follow me, I've been said, okay, that it was a lot of signs and symbols that led me to believe that it was a bigger situation than what we thought it was, and we need to look deeper into the people that was in her immediate circle, okay? And to this very moment, we don't see anything happening to the people that were supposedly involved in that situation, okay? But let's get back to what she said. She said they understand that they can no longer control society, okay? They understand that. And so now they reaching, y'all. They like a child that done jumped in the deep end in 12 feet and couldn't swim. They drowning now. They trying to throw things out there, okay? They throwing anything out. Let's see if they fall for this. You see what I'm saying? Because they ain't fall for that. Let's see if they fall. They sweating right now, y'all, okay? Because one thing you have to understand is they know that their time is up. They know it's up, y'all. So right now, they just trying to get as many people as they can, okay? They trying to get as many people as they can. And I'm just telling you that if you one of the ones that come across this video and you laugh and you take it for a joke to the point where, you overlook it, you're going to be the same person that's going to fall victim when this second joint come around, okay? You're going to be the same one that's going to fall victim and to the same tactics that they used the first time, to the same fear-based propaganda that they promoted on the media platforms. You're going to be the same one. Okay? And at that point, I'm just going to keep it real solid with you. I ain't going to have no sympathy for you. And I don't expect nobody else to have sympathy for you because we tried to warn you. We tried to warn you and you still didn't take heed. You laughed and joked like we were some goofies. Okay? You laughed and joked.
As they pin us against each other like pieces on a chessboard. And that's why there's blacks versus whites, Democrats and Republicans, gays versus straights, anti-vaxxers, etc. So it's been working. But now you're seeing videos of these elites being attacked in public, like Bill Gates and Trudeau and others getting called out in the streets. To all the people doing this, you guys are freaking rock stars. But this is also a huge reason for this overload right now.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, y'all didn't see how, y'all haven't noticed how all of a sudden we seeing that the Epstein situation is coming back to light, okay? The list is resurfacing again, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Why all of a sudden is the list resurfacing at this point? We seen the list. We seen it, and yet and still, none has been done about it. So why are you showing us a list again when you know you have no intentions of doing anything about it? I'm going to tell you why. To keep you distracted. They want to keep you distracted, okay? They want you focusing on Epstein. They want you focusing on the UFOs, right? They want you focusing on the oil spill, which I really did truly believe that at this very moment, we do need to be focusing on the oil spill because as I said, okay, they're doing nothing more than attacking you through poisons because they understand that if they want you to become sick, then they have to have you consume whatever it is that they intend you to get sick, intend you to become sick from, okay? And so one of the ways that they're going to have you consume it is just like they just did, by releasing these chemical toxics in the community, in the rivers, right? That runs through the whole country, right? In certain communities, right? And then when we talk about the actual freights ending up blowing up and that toxic smoke being released into the communities, not only are you inhaling it through the water that you drink, but you also inhaling it through the chemicals of the smoke that's being released. I mean, through the chemicals in the smoke that's being released in the vicinity that you in. Okay? I want you to understand that this was a well planned out situation, y'all. It was a well planned out situation, bro. This ain't nothing that just happened from a coincidence. I want y'all to get out of that. Don't think that coincidence. This is not a coincidence. Okay? This is not a coincidence, bro. I don't believe in it, and I don't think that you should be believing in it anyway. Okay? Two, we know that, okay, we could have said, oh, that could have been. Okay? We could have said it could have possibly been something that just happened if it happened in one place. But when we see it happen in more than one place, bro, then we have to start to think like, okay, it's a problem. It's a plot and a scheme that's taking place behind this. Okay?
And let's go a little bit deeper. The people that are under fire with the law and in the justice system right now are the heads of the country. Big Pharma is under hot water. Hollyweird. Twitter as a whole. The Child Protective Services, military tunnels, even our president, they are all catching legal action right now. And people aren't standing down anymore. So now you're seeing more videos of people trying to expose them and literally saying, just so everyone knows, I would not kill myself. Because they're being martyred for daring to go against the narrative. Especially when they...
Now you see what she had to say? She said, just so everyone knows, I will not kill myself, because I keep telling y'all, bro, and I want y'all to understand, bro, I'm very serious when I say that people like her, people like myself, people like Yaki Awakening, because he said the same thing. I seen several videos that I'm going to get ready to show y'all a video that he put up exposing what took place with this situation, right? But I want you to understand that he said in one of the videos, that I don't know if he's going to say it in this video, but he said that he's been under attack and they tried to knock him off on several occasions too. They cut his brake wire to his car. They seized his money, so on and so forth. So I want you to understand that every single individual that steps in front of this camera and do what she does, what I'm doing, what Yaki Awaken is doing, what Jamal Rashad is doing, and plenty others that are going to come after us and that came before us are doing, we are putting our lives in jeopardy, and we are also putting our families' lives in jeopardy as well. Okay? So I'm going to just ask that if I have you here at this moment, man, please share it. Please share it, bro. They don't want this information out here, and they're going to do whatever it takes to prevent this information from getting out. That's facts.
Find out just how big this thing goes. Many people fighting against the elite are dying suspiciously or killing themselves, like judges, celebrities, whistleblowers, etc.
Like, really? Think about it. Like, come on, guys. Look at that map. Pay attention to the number of events that have happened that you know to actually be on a factual basis and understand the digital money scheme and the way they're rolling out artificial intelligence to ultimately be against us at the end of the day, because it's going to be ultimately about our safety, a crisis of safety. And they're causing all the crises. The big pharma is causing all the crises. But you question us being crazy. People, we are ran by morons. Can you not see that? Like, hello, I'm an ex-graduate, and I think I could do a better job knowing absolutely nothing political or business savvy. Because the way they do it, they just...
Hey, I'm going to keep it real with y'all, man. I don't even see how we even consider the thought of trusting these people after we know all of the heinous crimes that they've committed, all of the criminal activity that we know that they've been involved with, okay, that we can prove. And, you know, when I say we can prove, we don't need the judicial system or the legislative system or any government system to come along and hold nobody accountable for what we can hold them accountable for. Why are we taking into consideration even playing with the thought, right, that these people have our best, you know, that they have our backs in any situation? Drop them names if you agree with what I'm saying. I don't think that we should be even considering the fact that they could even possibly even be thinking about doing anything that's going to benefit us at this point in the game. You feel me? When we know every single thing that we've been through dealing with these people. You feel me? when they come out with something, bro, I immediately dismiss it. Like, okay, I'm gonna wait till the fuckery ends up, coming out, because I know it's some BS involved. I know it is. Okay. So with that being said, let me fall back and bust my head, or let me do a little research to really dig into what's going on. Okay. And when I received this information in my inbox, y'all, I immediately knew it was some BS going on. Okay. I immediately knew it was some BS going on, y'all. I knew it. I'm like, man, it's too many of them. It's too many happening. So what are they doing? And then when I heard the symptoms that people were having from this, it automatically took me back to what took place from the year 2020 all the way up until, I want to say, 2022, the whole pandemic situation. And I can guarantee y'all, these fact checkers, they finna come through. Okay? We finna have a gang of fact checkers that's gonna come through, right? And want to fact check everything that's being said in this live. Okay? We're gonna have them come through. Cause they don't like stuff like this, y'all. They don't like stuff like this. Okay? So with that being said, man, let's see what, hey, look, and one thing I want y'all to understand is that Yaki Awakening tried to post this same video on his page, and they kicked him off of Facebook. And they also, if I'm not mistaken, I think that he said that they kicked him off of YouTube as well, so he had to end up going over to Instagram. And this is the point where I couldn't even download the video, so I'm going to have to share this one to y'all live and direct, man. I'm going to have to share this one live and direct to y'all.
Peace, 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 love, light, and healing, peace, love, light, and healing, peace to the guys, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in, climb on in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Blessings, blessings. Blessings, family. Man, they just kicked my ass off Facebook. They kicked me off YouTube. It was going down. I was just warming up, family. I was just warming up. I ain't even get to go in like I wanted to. You hear me?
See, I want y'all to know, that's what they do when you start spitting facts. When you get on there and start spitting facts, they want to play with your internet. You know what I'm saying? They want to cut your live short. They want to start kicking people out. When them numbers start getting high, bro, on your page, bro, and they know you spitting something that's finna help people out. They know you finna tell some shit that's gonna start to wake people up. Oh, they finna kick as many people as they out as they can. They're gonna play with your internet as much as they can, bro. It's like they get keywords. They got keywords that's lined up that they say, okay, well, he talking crazy, y'all. He talking truth again. Let's get him on up out of here. Look, I got K Perry right now saying that my video keep freezing. What y'all think they doing? Drop them nines if you can see me and hear me clearly. Because I got her saying that I'm freezing, y'all.
Y'all climb on in. But we're going to do it on here, though. We're going to finish it up on here. What I'll do is that first part, if anybody was following me on Facebook, following me on my YouTube, that first part, I'm going to connect it to this part, then I'll just re-upload it. I'll make sure that my editor go through and, edit out anything that's going against their so-called guidelines. But yeah, they ain't even, I was 39 minutes in. I was just finna go in, family. Peace, peace. Y'all climb on in. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? If y'all can hear me and see me, type in some nines. If you can hear me and see me, type in some nines. All right, cool. So what we was talking about,
and what I want y'all to know is, y'all see how he's jumping in and out at that very moment. They was attacking his live then. You have to understand, when we talk about him getting kicked off Facebook, the same people that run Facebook run Instagram. Don't ever think, bro, these people have the same agenda. They have the same agenda. Why do you think that you can't talk about certain things on certain platforms? And majority of the things that you can't talk about is around all the same platforms. That's why we need to do something, man, to get our own platforms. Okay?
these different train derailments that's been going on in all these different cities, y'all. And it was just blowing my mind that I was saying it with no coincidence. You know, when you look at the different cities like Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, Arizona, South Carolina, North Carolina, just all the different chemical spills and derailments of these trains that's been going on, that it wasn't a coincidence. And then how is it that every train have been derailed have chemical agents or these different hazardous materials that is very detrimental to our biological functionings or on these trains? And then not only that, they're taking these spills, and then the governments is telling them that they can burn these hazmat materials. And when they burn them, they're changing the molecular structure of these different chemistries and turning these deals into super biological weapons.
Now, I want you guys to ask yourself a question. Why, if they know that these chemicals are hazardous, okay, and that they can ultimately cause major damage to the people in the surrounding communities, why in the world would they tell them that they can burn these chemicals? Ask yourself that question, okay? What did she say? K Perry say acid rain, okay? I want you guys to ask yourself, why would they tell these people that it was okay for them to burn these chemicals, knowing that these chemicals were going to cause this type of damage to the people in the surrounding communities? I'm going to tell you why. Because just as I said earlier, right, they know that in order to get you sick, in order to get the outcome that they seek, they need the chemicals to be airborne, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all, it's going to, and look, that's going to be the fastest way to get the results that they want, because it's going to take time for these chemicals that was released into this river to get into these pipes and things like that to ultimately end up in your home. But when we talk about things being airborne, that's something that can have an effect on you in a matter of minutes, okay? That's something that can have an effect on you in a matter of minutes. So they're going to easily get those type of results. Then further on down the line, when you've forgotten about what took in place, then we're going to start to see more people become sick, because, as I said, when we talk about people that's in the lower poverty communities, they don't have the filtration systems that's going to stop these, this water from coming through the pipes. And even if they did, I'm unsure that those type of filtration systems is even going to help them. Okay? It's no like fact that we know that this is going to help them. So I'm telling y'all, bro, they allowed them to burn those things to get that immediate result that they wanted in terms of getting the people sick that they wanted them to get sick, okay? And then, look, I can guarantee y'all, bro, when you talk about these things, because I told you, you cannot trust the hospitals. At this point, we cannot trust the hospitals because we know that they're involved with it too. We living in the matrix, bro, and majority of the people that you see when you walk into these hospitals, bro, they nothing more than agents. Believe that they know what's going on. I've showed many videos on here of people who said that they was in the hospital and they actually was trying to knock them off. So when you go in there, you may walk in feeling a little better than what you was when you end up ultimately allowing them to stick those IVs in you, and they tell you that your liver and your major organs are starting to fail because they're the ones who are continuously pumping you with the poison. And then they telling your family and friends that that the reason that your organs are failing is because of what it is that you were subjected to. The smoke from the chemicals and things like that. Let he who has eyes see clearly, okay? This is real.
Of course, against any biological living entity, which is you and I. And, I'm going to show y'all some pictures and stuff just to show y'all that it's crazy, because we're talking about something called vinyl carbon. And vinyl carbon is a very, very toxic element when you create it and put these two elements together. Not only that, when you burn it, you turn it into something called a dioxin, and dioxin is very, very bad for you. And these dioxins is one of the worst, most deadliest chemicals or hazmat materials ever in existence. And this shit is now in the water supply, it's in the foods, it's everywhere. You know, and I was just telling y'all we got to prepare, and there's certain things that we can do to stop these chemical agents for deteriorating our body. There's so many side effects and birth defects that's going to come from this. They're made to sterilize you. Not only that, it causes infertility in women. It causes mental retardation. It causes neurological ailments, diseases, and obstructions. It totally disintegrates the mucosal membrane. It breaks down the so-called immunological system, or what I'll call the lymphatic defense system. It penetrates the blood and brain barrier. It's going to be called, you're going to see autism coming from this stuff. It's going to be a lot of birth defects physical wise. You're going to start seeing babies born without limbs or born with multiple limbs. You're going to start seeing face deformities. You're going to see a lot of things come from this, especially with the pregnant population that's in East Palestine, Ohio right now. But what I want to talk about is the actual radius of this. Anything that's in 1,000 square feet radius of East Palestine, Ohio, like Cleveland, Ohio, all these different Columbus, all these different parts, you're going to be affected too. And not only that, anybody that's connected to these rivers, because we know that they put.
Now, what did I just say to you guys? What did I just say to you guys? They know this. They know that anybody that's going to be in a certain mile radius is going to be immediately affected by the smoke that was released, because they understand that that smoke that was released is carrying chemicals, the same chemicals that they know that's going to have major effects on your organs. They know this, and they know that eventually, once the smoke clears from that situation, it's going to die down and people are going to forget about it because they're continuously pushing something out there that's going to keep you distracted, right? And then later on down the line, because the chemicals that have been spilled into the lake, you know, once you forget about it, now your children are outside drinking water out the water hose. They're in their school drinking water out the water fountain and things like that. You see what I'm saying? You washing your pets up with it. You showering in this same stuff. And you have to understand, through your pores, you can take things in. You understand what I'm saying? You can absorb these poisons through your pores as well. And so ultimately you end up affected by this unconsciously because you thought it was over with, or you just forgot about it. They know what they doing, man. Believe me.
These chemicals in a ditch and burnt them, but when these elements went into the air for burning them and putting them in the air, their atomic weight is so heavy, like iodine, that it fell back down. A lot of the pollutants have fell in the water, and there's too many government sightings and government videos to show that the water is now polluting. So, you know, we talking about the Ohio River here, and we know that the Ohio River is actually connected to the Mississippi River, to the Arkansas Basin River, and to the Missouri River. So anything that's along these rivers, before you get to the ocean where all this water is dumped out at, you're subjected to these things as well. So I just want to show y'all this. I showed y'all this before they took my page down, which was crazy that they did it, because I really didn't say nothing crazy. I was just speaking the flat out truth, but it is what it is. So if you can hear me and if you can see me well, if you got your pens and you got your pads, you know, type in some nines and let's get it. You know, it is what it is, man. I done had my brake lines cut by these people. I done had damn near $1 million seized from these people. These people was trying to get me a couple years back, talking about I was selling pseudo-pharmaceuticals. We didn't see the agents follow us around everywhere. They been on something. You know, I believe if they been wanting me dead, I would have been dead. So, and I'm not scared of that anyway. I'm here to speak truth, you know.
But see, the thing about it is, bro, what he's doing, bro, you have to understand what he's into. For those of you who don't know this is Yaki Awaken, okay? And Yaki Awaken he's a holistic healer, okay? And what he's doing is he's doing the same thing that Dr. Sebi was doing. In fact, he studied under Dr. Sebi, okay? And so he's healing the people. He's healing a lot of people from the things that they said that there was no cure for. He's healed several people from AIDS, from herpes, from cancer, so on and so forth, okay? And we talk about someone who is not only capable of healing, but that is willing to teach you how to heal as well. Then we talk about someone that is dangerous to the system that they have in play. You have to understand that the medicines that they have in these hospitals is not intended to heal you, but it's intended to soothe you enough that you will keep coming back and forth into the hospital, okay? They're not trying to heal you. They're trying to keep money coming in and out of their homes. Like it up and share it, y'all. Drop the nines if you understand where I'm coming from. So when you talk about someone that's like him, okay, that is not only healing people from this, but teaching other people how to heal and use the techniques that he has to heal as well, Then you talk about someone that could single-handedly destroy the pharmaceutical business, and I'm talking about, take millions of people out of business, okay? You feel me? Take millions of people out of business, and this is the same reason they knocked Dr. Sebi off, okay? Because they understood, bro, if information like this got out there, then it was over with for them. We talking about $1 billion corporation, okay? And they're nothing more than a drug pharmacy anyway. These are nothing more than drug dealers to begin with. Understand that. Because the same drugs that you find in heroin, that you find in meth, that you find in cocaine, so on and so forth, are the same drugs that they're giving you legally when you go into these pharmacies. Okay? They're nothing more than legal drug dealers. Okay? And so I know myself, I've been harassed, okay? I am still a victim of gang stalking, okay? So when he say these things, I'm very familiar with it. And I know it's 1,000 people on this lab right now that's very familiar with it as well. And they know that everything that this guy is saying out of his mouth is 100% accurate. Okay? And that's why I told y'all earlier, bro, when you see somebody out here that's taking, a chance with throwing this type of stuff out, man, it's a must that we support these type of people, man. For real.
I'd rather die for something than to die for nothing. Not saying that I'm going to be murdered or none of that, So I think y'all are more scared for me than I'm scared for me. So don't be scared for me. Just stay, pray up with me, and, help can do whatever you need to do to keep me energized while I'm able to have the neurological capacity to learn this stuff and to study this stuff and do the clinical trials and be brave enough to spit this. You know what I'm saying? Like if we don't stand up and die for our generation, we won't have generations that's going to come after us. So somebody got to do the job, and, hey, I was created to do the job. So it is what it is, family. So all of that they're going to get you and all of that. I don't need to hear all that. I can get less than a damn, to be honest with y'all. I'm a gang-banging Negro from the streets. I done been shot, stabbed. I done been through it. Tats everywhere. I was really out here. Like scar wounds, metal from here to here, from getting my jaw shattered. If I can do that for a color, for a flag, and a group of niggas, I most definitely can do it for a righteous people and humanity. You see what I'm saying? So I look at this way different. It ain't no different from gang banging. I'm just banging for a cause now. I'm banging for humanity. I'm banging for life. I'm banging to see my people and my children's children, be alive and be happy and be healthy. And this is why I had to go live and broadcast this, because this had to be known. I would have did it on my Rumble, but I just started a Rumble. Only got like 1,000 followers. I got 80,000 here, 270,000 here, another 150,000 there. I figure if I go live on my public platform and not say nothing crazy, that it can reach the masses more, which it did, but they cut it anyway. So I guess we just gonna do it on here. It is what it is. So let me change my screen. So this is what we're talking about here. We actually talking about what happened in East Palestine, Ohio, and how them trains actually derailed. And the crazy part is when them trains derailed, they spilt over into biohazardous contaminants actually leaked from them. And the government told these people to burn them. I don't know why he told them to burn this, but if you look at the documents they got since 1959, they have known about.
We know why they told them to burn it, y'all. We know why they told them to burn it, man. It's sick. It's sick, bro.
Dioxins, and they know what causes dioxins to formulate. And they know that if you burn, not only vinyl chloride, but if you burn polyvinyl chloride, that a dioxin will actually be created from there. They actually use this dioxin or this hat orange biohazardous chemical in World War One, and they seen what it did to the people, how it killed people, respiratory failure, liver immediate.
Hey, and that's another thing I want y'all to understand. When we talk about these chemicals that they use to wage war on the people, these are the same chemicals that they've used in war. When I talk to y'all about benzene and I tell y'all about chlorine gases and things like that, they use these same chemicals as choking agencies in certain wars, okay? And now they're turning around and they're using it on the same people that they were sworn to protect, okay? So that in itself should tell you that there's a war being waged on the people. There's a war that's being waged on the people by the same people that were sworn in, bro, that we supposedly elected in to protect us, right? And I'm going to tell y'all, they so slick, bro, because they come to us and make us feel more comfortable with them, right? Well, they used to, Because now we're in the age of Aquarius, and so many people are starting to wake up, right? And it's the age of information, and so many people are able to get that information out to others that they found out, right? But I will say that they slick, y'all. They come with their little pretty they tuxedos on. They come like a wolf in sheep clothing. You see what I'm saying? They present themselves very clean. So when you see them, you're like, okay, that looks like a man I could trust. You see what I'm saying? Whole time, they waiting on that right moment to bite your head off your shoulders. You feel me?
Liver failure came from these type of things. These are the type of agents that are now airborne in our water supply. And he had them burn these things. So, what's crazy is when you burn them. So first, let's get this. So this is Ohio, right? There was a train derailment, so-called train derailment. When these trains derailed, they had biohazardous materials on them. Now, there were 5 cars of polyvinyl chloride that actually spilled out from these planes. There was 4 cars of PVC pellets. This is where you make PVC pipes from that spilled out from this. And it was 5 cars of polyvinyl chloride monomers that was in here. Now, the crazy part is when you spill this, it's already biohazardous. The government told them to burn it and do a safe burning. The moment that you burn these things, it changes the chemical molecular structure of the bio.
Somebody want to tell me how can you do a safe burning? How is it possible to do a safe burning? I mean, I don't know. Somebody tell me if it's even possible that you can burn something like this safely. I'm lost. How do you burn something like this safely?
Hazardous material that already cause all types of effects in the body. So now you turning this into a super agent or a super contaminant agent that is indestructible in nature. There's nothing in nature that can actually contain or destroy this shit. And now it is all in the water, it's in the food, it's on the cattle, it's everywhere. Birds are dropping dead out of the sky, y'all. Birds are dropping dead, falling out of the sky. Babies are having all type of rashes and stuff on their face. I looked up and got like 6 reports of respiratory failure that didn't happen. And they're telling these people that they can go back to East Palestine, Ohio. 8 days later, they telling them that they can drink the water again. I say different. They own research say different. And this the thing that tripped me up about them. They try to throw rocks and hide their hands, but they already put up all of their research that goes against everything that they saying right now. So we can go back 20 years and 10 years from now, and it will show you that what they're saying right now is a complete fucking lie. So you lying on national television, but your own documents that your own scientists that you hired to do the testing and to do the work of these different hydrocarbons and these heterocyclic amines that's going around, these unstable molecules that's killing everybody, it's already in your own paperwork. It's on your own website. So now and then what's crazy is this too. Me and one of my associates was looking back and trying to get some articles that we seen last week. They not there no more. So they scrubbing their website like a motherfucker, y'all. So y'all trying to hide and scrub y'all website, but I already got most of the articles. We got most of them already. So I'm finna show y'all this. Now check this out. This is no coincidence, family, at all. And remember, all of them, happened within a 2-week time span. 2 or more train derailments in Texas and in South Carolina raises more concerns. So we got one in Ohio, then we got one in Texas, and we got one in South Carolina. Now look at the date on this. This is February the 13th, 2023, right? Now check this out, family, because it keeps going. It's the craziest thing. This is another one in Arizona, except the one in Arizona actually spilt nitric acid. Shows hazardous smoke spreads for miles. So we got Arizona, we got Ohio, and we got Texas. And we got Tennessee. Y'all remember the derailment that just happened in Tennessee? And you got South Carolina, and here you got Arizona. Now, what people don't know is these elements love to fall in water. So we need to start tracing the water in the rivers. Look, CSX train derails in South Carolina, Norfolk.
My question is, how are they going to get these rivers clean? Okay? How are they going to get these rivers clean? That's the biggest question I have. Because, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a lot of people who said that it was a lot of fish that already died from it. So we know that the water is beyond contaminated. How are they gonna get these rivers clean?
Southern faces more scrutiny over its derailments. And then you start looking at all of these different derailments. All of them got biohazardous, deadly chemicals and toxins, family. So my question is this, y'all. Is we stupid? Is this a coincidence and the stars is just magically fucking aligning? Or is they are committing an act of terrorism against us and creating biological weapons, covering it up as if it's a spill, and we're going to be affected for centuries, y'all. Not just for generations off of this, for centuries. Because I'm going to show y'all this from their own government site, how this stuff will kill you dead as a doorknob, and it attacks the mitochondria DNA of the cells on the maternal side, and it literally goes through the mother, and it binds to all of the DNA polymers of her children. We talking about 10 generations. 15 generations, not no two.
I told y'all they slick. They slick. They know what they doing, bro. He say that it can affect a generation of people. He's not talking about just one generation, but we talking about up to 10 generations of people. And we talking about because of these chemicals can ultimately alter your DNA if they're consumed. They can alter your DNA. So it's almost like, a family member that has cancer, right, can pass that gene down to their children. This is what he's talking about. There's a chance that if you intake these chemicals and it affects you, it's a chance that by altering your DNA, that gene that you will ultimately possess from consuming these chemicals can be passed down to your child's child, and their child. Like, it's crazy. It's bigger than what you think it is. It's way bigger.
2 to 4 generations. And that was what I was saying on my YouTube page. When you really start looking at things like radiation, and you look at the life expectancy of radiation, it's between 29 and 32 years before it actually dissipates, and it don't have a chronic or even an acute effect on the biological entity or what we call your body. This dioxin that we talking about, dioxin, this will affect you for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And this is not from my own mouth, which we know this studying biochemistry and looking up the molecular structure and the atomic weight of this damn biological weapon that they done created. But it literally will mess you. This on their own website, y'all. I'm going to show it to y'all. Now check this out. If y'all think I'm playing, y'all, this stuff is real. It's real, man. It's crazy, man. So this is what I had pulled up and just showing you vinyl chloride. And it just shows you the atomic weight of vinyl chloride. It shows you it's a colorless gas, a pleasant ethereal odor, and it shows you the actual toxic. Now, this is the lowest level of this. This is before it even turned into polyvinyl chloride. This is before it turns into that. This is when it's in its mono stage, for real. I'm gonna call it that. Call it its mono stage. This is before it gets to its di stage and way before it gets to its poly stage, right? Now check this out. Let's talk about the toxins and what they cause. It's central nervous system depression.
Drop them knives for me, man. Kentrell Brown say that I'm froze. Okay, I don't think I'm froze, but he says I'm froze. Everybody is looking at me from different devices, man, but Kentrell Powell say I'm froze, man. Drop them knives, man, if I'm not froze. Janetta say I'm a target. I believe you. Okay? So that might be you. That might be you, Kentrell.
Reproductive effects. This actually goes after the reproductive system because it's a endocrine disruptor. Not only is it a endocrine disruptor, but it causes birth defects. Babies are going to be coming out with all types of birth defects. Y'all think I'm lying? Just go back and look at World War I babies. Go back and look at Vietnam babies when they was actually sprayed with the chemical orange agent. That chemical orange agent is a derivative of what?
Now look, y'all, I will say this, man. When it comes to this subject, man, it's a lot of research that needs to continuously be done, right? So that we could continuously get to the bottom of what is going on. We already know that it was a plot and a scheme. We know that it was a strategic movement on behalf of whoever was behind it, okay? We know it was a strategic movement. But I will say this, man, seeing as how big of an effect that this can have on us as a collective whole, we most definitely need to be doing the research that's necessary in order to see how we can immediately heal our people from possible effects of this entering someone that we may love body. We need to really be getting down to it. But not only that, bro, we need to stand for something or fall for anything. Okay? I want to ask y'all a question. How long are we going to allow them to pull these type of stunts before we start to stand up and say no more? No more. We ain't voting. We ain't working y'all jobs. We just not partaking. We just not partaking in nothing that y'all want us to partake in, okay? And not until we just not partaking. We just not partaking at all, okay? Because we understand at this point that, the system that has been set in place is not to protect us or not to benefit us, but it's more so to benefit y'all, because I don't see at this point what it is that we're benefiting from. We can grow our own food. We can build our own homes, okay? Okay? We can filter our own water. We can protect ourselves, okay? We don't need y'all to protect us from foreign enemies, okay? I don't see no person that would consider themselves an elite on the line of fire when it's a war, okay? Name one president that you know that actually stood on the front line to defend this country, okay? And so with that being said, I would say that we're more than capable of protecting ourselves, seeing as how we're the ones protecting ourselves anyway, okay? We're more than capable. We don't need them. You feel me? What do we need y'all for? Y'all ain't doing nothing but causing us to crash out. That's all y'all doing. I don't see y'all helping us no way. Y'all indoctrinating our children. Y'all poisoning us, okay? Y'all knocking us off at a high rate. What do we need y'all for? If we want somebody to kill us, we can do it to ourselves. You feel me? If we need somebody to knock us off, we can do it ourselves. We don't need y'all to do that for us. Okay? It's crazy, man. Wake up, man. Wake up. We ain't falling for nothing. Now we rise, y'all. Now we rise. When we going to step up and start to do what we supposed to do and shake some shit up around here? Huh? Answer me that. Or we still going to be the doormats that they want us to be and allow them to continuously run over us? Tell me, are we? You see what I'm saying? Because that is what's going on. And I'm not just speaking to the Americans that's on this platform. I'm speaking to the ones that watch me from other countries, because this is not only affecting us. This specific situation may be affecting America, but you have to understand what is taking place when we talk about Agenda 2030, okay? It's going to affect the planet. This is something that's going to affect the planet, not just America. Okay? So we need to start moving, man. We need to start getting up and doing something, y'all. We can't be just sitting around talking all day. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work, all right? And so with that being said, man, if you're on Facebook and you have not begun to follow me on YouTube, please get over to YouTube and follow me at I Am Awakened, man, okay? Also, for all of you who have not begun to follow me on Instagram, man, please go over to Instagram and follow me as well on Instagram at I Am Awakened _chosen one, man. I got a lot of stuff that I'm about to get ready to do over there. Like I said, I've been at the plantation myself, which I'm finna get ready to walk away from. Okay? But I've been at the plantation myself, y'all. So excuse me if you ain't been getting as much of me as you used to. All right? But with that being said, man, I want you guys to please, please, please keep your energy up, man. Stay high vibrational. Love, laugh, and live, okay? Love, laugh, and live. You have to understand that if you want to manifest your reality, and I'm not talking about just from a material standpoint, if you want to manifest happiness in your life, it has to be from a high vibrational standpoint. You need to always think positive, speak positive, and move with positive actions, okay? And so with that being said, man, I want to leave you guys as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive, all right? And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Ashay.